Welcome to another episode of What Nobody Told Me After 65. I want to first say Happy Valentine's Day to those of you who are celebrating. I thought tonight it would be appropriate to give you some information on the history of Valentine's Day. A lot of holidays that we celebrate started out as pagan days of worship. They weren't religious, they weren't connected to anything, but somebody got together with somebody else who was in power and said, this is a good idea. Let's have a holiday. Pagan means holding a belief contrary to the main or recognized religion. So when I say it was pagan worship, that means it was not religious. Valentine's Day began as a pagan fertility celebration. In the 17 and 1800s, it took off as people began sharing romantic greetings and then printed cards. The card industry has gone by the wayside. People are doing online greetings and what have you. But they're still going out to dinner, and chocolate is still being bought, and so are flowers. So anyway, the accepted Christian tradition held that the holiday commemorated the martyrdom of St Valentine in the year 269. However, there are many stories, legends, histories that cannot be corroborated as fact. Nobody knew who St. Valentine was. He's often identified as a leading figure in Rome, and then someone who had the same name, Valentine, was buried, or at least some remains were found in Italy. And it was thought to be the remains of St. Valentine, but that wasn't true. No one is really sure who St. Valentine was, and the Catholic Church has removed Valentine's Day from their religious holidays. I had the information telling me when they removed it, because it's no longer considered a sacred or religious holiday. We know that St. Valentine was martyred. He was killed. We do know that. But we're not sure if this is the same St. Valentine for which we are celebrating. I do want to say that the Catholic religion had added it to their calendar in 500 AD, and then they removed it in 1969. Valentine's Day was called a feast day, and it was removed from the Roman Catholic liturgical calendar in 1969. So they don't even believe it anymore. Nonetheless, if you like Valentine's Day, you get flowers, you eat chocolates, you tell your pal, your best friend, you love them. And then, of course, there's Cupid. We'll talk about that maybe at another time. If you're doing all those things and you're enjoying yourself, then so be it. Do what makes you happy. I just thought it was interesting that, Valentine was maybe not a real person. And here we are still, hundreds of years later, celebrating a fictitious individual spending lots of money. The card industry, the flower industry, the chocolate and candy industry were thriving on this holiday. And it's not one for which we get off of work. We don't get time off. It's just another day, really. But the color red and the heart shapes started showing up in medieval art. Medieval artists were responsible for us seeing the hearts and Cupid with the arrow and all of those great things. But if you believe in it and you like it and it makes you happy, then so be it. Who am I to say there is no St. Valentine? If you've enjoyed this information, you found it helpful, please subscribe and share. And remember, you don't know what you don't know. Thanks for listening.